Great clash.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
That's got things underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him. A player with great football pedigree in his family, remembering his father played in the English top flight. The most talked about man in football. He's really one of a kind and marauds his way around the pitch.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Eder Militao. And here's Güler. Foden moved on forwards. Now that's well seen too. Going back to the goalkeeper. Howson. Eder Militao, aim forwards. And here's Bellingham. Bernardo Silva. Guardiola. And that's really well manoeuvred. Reinders. Chouameni. Vinicius Junior in acres of space out wide. Chance for a shot! Guardiola gets good distance on it. Doku. Haaland. Doku. Proves too strong. Camavinga. Claimed it back swiftly. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Matias Nunes. Ruben Dias shifted upfield. Great run on the overlap here. Ball swung. Header! Couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Matias Nunes. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Foden. And here's Nunes. Bernardo Silva. Danger averted for now. It's gone out for a throw-in. And that has been cleared. Doku. Now it's Doku. Howson puts it away. Camavinga. Ruben Dias. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, good ball. Haaland. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, Dogged defence on the other.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And it's Arda Güler. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Matches Nunes, tries to clear. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Defending of the desperate variety. Doku. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Nico Gonzalez. Vardio. Nico Gonzalez. Bernardo Silva. Ruben Dias, gently done. Chouameni. Bellingham. Güler. Valverde. And it's played forward. Chance! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Foden. And it's Gonzalez. Oh, that's well done, really robust. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Bellingham. Doku. Nico Gonzalez. Matches Nunes. Matches Nunes. Forwards and with intent. Now it's Doku. Nice physical challenge. Eder Militao. Valverde, played over towards the opposite flank. Clearly not happy with that. In by Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Bellingham laid out to the left flank. Doku. Nico Gonzalez. Haaland, now he's off and running. Valverde. Eder Militao. Howson. Chouameni. Goulet. Spread out to the left. Who's he going to play in? And here's Bellingham. Lovely, now then. Vinicius Junior! Reinders. Nico Gonzalez. Matheus Nunes. And here's Foden, played in with purpose. Valverde shifted upfield. Can he finish? Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Valverde. Goulet. Camavinga. Oh, good spread.
Doku. Really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly can they do that?
Well, they're tucking their fullbacks into midfield to enable their more talented personnel to push forward.
Chouameni. And here's Bellingham. Defending was strong and firm. Goulet. And it's Valverde. And here's Mbappe. Reinders. O'Reilly. Guardiola. Reinders. It's a lovely neat pass. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And the shot! Chouameni. It's run loose here. Throw it. Eder Militao chooses to go cross-field. Now it's Bellingham. Always onto this. Now it's Vinicius Junior. It's a goal kick. Ruben Dias, aim forwards. Muscular approach does pay off here. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Played out to the right. Valverde gets his head on it! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
That's really well manoeuvred. Ball is over the line. Chouameni, gently done. Haaland. Out to the right. Haaland. Matheus Nunes. And here's Foden. There are a few waiting for it. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Arda Güler. Valverde, who does have an assist to his name. And he has kept it out somehow.
Güler clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Out of play for a goal kick. Out to the left it goes. And the pass is intercepted. Chouameni. Moved on forwards. Natchez Nunes. And it's played forward. Now it's Foden. And here's Nunes. Brilliantly cut out. Camavinga. Chouameni forwards and with intent. Vinicius Junior. Lobbed in behind. Mbappe. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Foden. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Bellingham. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Ruben Dias. Guardiola, aim forwards. Howson. Eder Militao. That's been drilled forward. Valverde looking to get on the end of this. That has been knocked clear. Eder Militao plays it short. And he decides to cross it. Natchez Nunes getting this one clear. Over to the left. Can he finish? Arda Güler. Oh, that was no routine save.
Güler actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Foden. Natchez Nunes. Bernardo Silva. Oh, it's come loose. Camavinga. Eder Militao, gently done. O'Reilly. Doku. Moved on forwards. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Eder Militao. Howson shifted upfield. Bellingham. Bernardo Silva. Natchez Nunes. to the left it goes. Now it's Doku. Reinders. Haaland takes a shot.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Eder Militao. Goulet. Camavinga forwards and with intent.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Moved on forwards. No, that's too long. And it's played forward. Doku looks to get on the end of this. Camavinga. And it's Valverde. Arda Güler. Oh, shooting chance! A real chance and a real let-off. That's really well manoeuvred. Doku. Foden, and Bernardo Silva! Across it goes. Eder Militao tries to clear. Howson. Aim forwards. Foden. Goulet does really well to win the ball there. Tchouaméni. Valverde is onto it in a flash. O'Reilly. Decent progress down the left. And it's Bellingham. And reclaimed it in a trice. Defending of the desperate variety. Valverde. Oh, that's neat. So who's he picking out? Bellingham. Valverde. Cross goes in there. Ruben Dias with the clearance. Foden. Nice looking ball. Ooh, perfectly measured that. And here's Doku. And here's Haaland. Gonzalez. And here's Foden. Foden played out towards the right wing. And he's there to clear it. Doku. O'Reilly. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Mbappe. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Matheus Nunes. Foden. Played in by Foden. That has been knocked clear. Eder Militao. Vinicius Junior plays it through. It's a promising position. Vinicius Junior tries a shot. trying. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Ruben Diaz, gently done. Camavinga. And it's Arda Güler. That's Valverde. And here's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior, spread out to the left. Lovely bit of skill. Plenty waiting in the middle. And that's aimed into the middle. That's the keeper's ball. O'Reilly. Nico Gonzalez. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Bellingham. Out to the right. Natchez Nunes. Natchez Nunes. Forwards and with intent. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Vinicius Junior. And it's played forward. Camavinga. Arda Güler. Clipped into space. Mbappe. Nico Gonzalez. Haaland. Oh, good spread. Played into the middle. We expected better, and so did he. Now it's Doku. Foden. Natchez Nunes. Bernardo Silva. Played out to the right. Now it's Valverde. O'Reilly with a fine tackle. That's going to go a long way. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Here we go again then.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
And that has been cleared.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And it's Bellingham. Now it's Valverde. Oh, such a clever touch. Real chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Moved on forwards. O'Reilly. Vardiol. Reinders. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Haaland. Haaland played out to the left flank. O'Reilly. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Here comes the cross. Cleared away. Shot a goal! Succumbs to the pressure. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Bernardo Silva. Matheus Nunes. It's a mighty effort! They've scored! They are right back in business. Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and he made it perfectly.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
You can run onto that. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Eder Militao goes short. Mbappe, backward it goes, and it's Tchouaméni. So what can they make of this? Glory. Bernardo Silva. Bellingham, it's an imaginative pass. Nice control. Mbappe, oh, good spread. Vardiol attempts a clearance. Bernardo Silva. Reinders. Glory. Ruben Dias. Nico Gonzalez. Oh, nicely intercepted. Goulet. Valverde. Eder Militao. Oh, can he get onto this? Good play on the left-hand side here. Ardeguler. And here's Bellingham. Reinders clears it away.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Foden. Gonzalez. Oh, a delicate chip through. Valverde with the clearance. Bernardo Silva! He's done very well to get to that.
Bernardo Silva is offering a wry smile there.
Gonzalez. Foden. He's in here! Goes for a shot! Looking for a decent ball in. Matches Nunes. Played towards the front line. The defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Bernardo Silva. Matches Nunes. Vardiol shifted upfield. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Bellingham. Camavinga. Bellingham. Valverde. What about this cross? That with nicely by the defence. Nico Gonzalez.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Haaland. Plays it out wide. Clears it away. Matches Nunes. Camavinga. Chouameni. And it's Bellingham. Out to the left it goes. Bellingham. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Foden. Strong running down that left flank. Matches Nunes, wins the duel this time. O'Reilly. It's an inviting looking ball that. Great defending, strong and determined. Nouri. O'Reilly. Showing good feet. Crossing. Goes for the header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Mbappe. Gonzalez, aim forwards. Now it's Foden. Now it's Haaland. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vinicius Junior shifted upfield. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well timed, excellent interception. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Mbappe, cracking ball. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Over to the left. Oh, can he get onto this? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Camavinga. Bellingham. Out to the right. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham played out towards the right wing. Ruben Dias gets it away. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Mbappe. Great chance!
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Haaland. Reinders. Bellingham did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. And here's a corner, good chance. Ruben Dias tries to clear. Reinders, gently done. And here's Foden. And here's Haaland. And a chance! Oh, a very decent attempt. Back to the keeper they go. Moved on forwards. Ruben Dias. And it's played forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Valverde. Goulart forwards and with intent. Valverde. Reinders looks to the other side. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Eder Militao, aim forwards. Can he get onto this? Mbappe. Bellingham. Guardiola did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Tries a deft little ball. That has been knocked clear. Guardiola. And it's played forward. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. Goulart. Goulart showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Gonzalez. And that could set him on his way. And Bernardo Silva! Now here's the delivery. Here comes another, climbs up big! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Howson shifted upfield. He's onto it in a flash. Great defending, strong and determined. Howson. Eder Militao, gently done. Bernardo Silva. Howson. Chouameni. And here's Bellingham. Foden. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Reinders. Bellingham. Camavinga. Goulet. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
O'Reilly, probing pass. Can he latch on to this? Decent chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Eder Militao, forwards and with intent. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's picked it up out wide. He's there to hit it! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Guardiola. Nouri. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Goulet. Vinicius Junior. Defending of the desperate variety. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Going for goal! And he's managed to get free. Haaland. Just the keeper to beat! Haaland! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Takes a shot! Chouameni gets it away. That's an excellent interception. Goulet. Moved on forwards. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. And the shot!
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Chance! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Oh, look, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
They've played it short. That's tidy. Camavinga does really well to win the ball there. And he thumps it clear. Bellingham. That's a clever-looking ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Reinders gets a foot in here.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Goulet. And here's Mbappe. Bellingham.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Camavinga. Nice physical challenge. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's O'Reilly. O'Reilly's cross. Eder Militao getting this one clear. Foden with the short one. Gonzalez. And here's Bernardo Silva! And somehow he managed to miss it. Oh, what a ball! Played out to the right. Serves. Oh, smashing header! Oh, should have put that away. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Foden. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. And it's Bernardo Silva. Takes the shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Chouameni. Foden. This is intriguing. Next goal critical. It's a very open. He's having a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Well, could be danger here. Aimed in towards the centre. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Haaland, and here's Bernardo Silva.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
That's Valverde. Bellingham. That's Bellingham. Shapes to shoot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Really well cleared. And it's Arda Güler. Chouameni. Camavinga. Chouameni. That's a good... Vinicius Junior! And that's a real chance missed. Ruben Dias. The final 5 minutes. Reinders. O'Reilly.
Well, what we're witnessing now just goes against the grain. They're not going to get back into the game like this.
Fran Garcia, done delicately. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It's gone for a throw-in. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the effort he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Ruben Dias wins the duel this time. Fran Garcia. That's very neat.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Ruben Dias. Guardiola. Haaland looks to get on the end of this.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ake. Crossed into the middle. Güler forwards and with intent. That's been won straight back. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That's really well manoeuvred. Ruben Dias. Nico Gonzalez. Matheus Nunes. And here's Haaland! And yet another chance goes to waste. Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. Sports official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. He's had a shot! That was very necessary. And it's Valverde. Eder Militao. Tchouaméni. Howson shifted upfield. Hit into the middle. That'll be a corner. And it's hoisted clear. Tchouaméni. Oh, it's played into the area. And here's Mbappe. Fran Garcia. He's cut it out. Nico Gonzalez. And it's Bellingham. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Ruben Dias. Guardiola. Ruben Dias, aim forwards. And it's played forward. And that is it. There will be penalties.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
And so they prepare.